All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Yahweh Shem Al Shah, Bashem Kakadash Brakatham. To you, hopefully, elect. And I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh by Shem Al Shah, Bashem Kakadash, which have given me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. And also double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well. By Shem Yahweh, by Shem Al Shah, by Shem Kodash. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which is scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright, real quick, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 18. It says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." Now, it was on my spirit, when I read this, man. In this ministry, the goal is to master, the scriptures. All right. And in order for us to do that, we must do what? Grow in knowledge. As Peter, the Apostle Peter said, grow in knowledge. All right. In order for you to, obtain a mastery of these scriptures, you must grow and reach that level. All right. And that's something that we all want. Me myself, I know I personally, I pray for much knowledge, to learn more. All right. And able so that I can learn more. All right. And, but understand that, it's a cost with that. It comes with that. All right. It's a burden that comes with that. A lot of men want to be Apostle Tahars and, Apostle Ramlas, Apostle Gabar, Rakai, Elder Yashwambas, and I'm naming these men because these are prominent men in this thing of ours. And they're on a high level. All right. But you can best believe that it's much grief and sorrows that come with those positions, man. That come with that levels of understanding. All right, everybody want to be a dragon. Everybody want to be the owl. All right, but it's burdens that come with that, man. All right. Now I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not, and this is something that we should all want. But understand, what comes with it. That's all I'm saying, or rather all the Spirit is saying. Okay? I'm read that again. Verse 18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." And it's heavy because this was King Solomon that wrote this. And the spirit that was Yahweh Shai. All right? King Solomon was Yahweh Shai. Well, Yahweh Shai was King Solomon. And what was said about him in the book of Isaiah, about Yahweh Shai in the book of Isaiah. All right? What was it? I believe it was the 58th verse. I could be wrong. Isaiah 50. No, not 58. It's like it's 53. All right, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." All right, so you're just not just gonna get blessed and increased in knowledge, and that's it. No, hey, like the scriptures say, burdens come with that, man. Let me get this in Isaiah 53. You know what? Before I do that, I want to get this in the NLT, see what it says. I'm gonna make this kind of brief because I'm, on a plantation and finna have to clock back in. So just wanted to get this out there before then. Alright, man, come on, man. Yeah, this is taking a little bit too long, man. There we go. It says in NLT, Ecclesiastes 1:18, the greater my wisdom, the greater my grief. To increase knowledge only increases sorrow. See that? That's right. In the BBE it says, because in much wisdom is much grief. An increase of knowledge is increase of sorrow. That's right. So let me get this Isaiah 53. This is Isaiah 53, verse 3. It says, he is despised and rejected of men, Yahweh Shai. And we see that to this day. Alright? You see, so this can't be talking about Christ, because Christ is accepted by every fucking body, man. You see? It said he is despised and rejected of men. Yeah, what's that in it said he is despised and rejected of men. A man of sorrows. A man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. There you go. And we just went into the reason why. Because Yahweh Shai, he was a dragon. He told you that himself. Alright? He was exalted as the serpent. He was a dragon. He had the full measure. And that knowledge, he had the knowledge of himself. He knew that he was going to have to get on that cross, man. Alright? And much knowledge is much grief. Alright, so Yahweh Shai knew a lot of things, man, and that caused him to be what? Like it says, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. Alright? So we got, before you ask for it, be careful. Just know what you're asking for. Alright? It ain't easy, having, much knowledge. Oh, trust me. A lot of people in this world, they can't handle this. That's why they reject it. Alright, the scripture saying, what's that, 2 Timothy? The time shall come when they shall not be able to endure sound doctrine. Yeah, they can't endure sound doctrine. They can't handle this type of doctrine, man. This teaching, this truth, this wisdom. All right. So yeah, man. Lord, when I was edifying. Till next time I say shalom.